Good evening and welcome to War Thunder's website. We're on our second Devblog of the evening, and thankfully this one's going to be short because it's a T-72. That's right. We've got a top tier premium T-72 being introduced to the game with the best thermal imagers in the house. We're going to be they are supposed to be the best stuff in general, so while the T-72 itself is very familiar, so there won't be a whole lot of need for most of this Devblog. The key here is that there's an interesting history behind this Syrian modification of the classic T-72 main battle tank. Rather than go into a whole bunch of details on this one, because the T-72 is already quite familiar, I am going to jump right into an interesting piece I found on the Tank Encyclopedia website about T-72s in Syria. An estimated 700 T-72s are believed to have been delivered to Syria in 4 batches. The first 2 batches came from the USSR. The first, in the late 1970s, consisted of 150 T-72s. The initial production type, the Object 172M, aka T-72 Urals, and the second batch, consisting of 300 T-72As, came in 1982. The T-72As were a very rare export, as these were not even sold to Warsaw Pact countries under the USSR. The 300 T-72As were divided between the Republican Guard and the 4th Armored Division, and all were eventually upgraded to T-72AVs featuring Contact 1 ERA. Between 2003 and 2006, 122 of the T-72s of all types were upgraded with the Italian TURMS-T FCS, and tanks upgraded to this standard had the letter S added onto their designations. An estimated 100 of these upgraded vehicles are in service as of 2014, mostly in service with the Republican Guard. Some were lost in Damascus in 2013 during the early stages of the Civil War, but the remainder is believed to be held in reserve thus far because T-55s and T-62s are in such large supply. Basically, you're looking at a modernized, upgraded T-72 with a better fire control system, which doesn't have much effect on in-game usage, and better thermals, which is part of the upgrade package. The last piece of information that's interesting, I thought, was that when I went reading further, due to lack of parts and other issues and finances and things like that, it was not uncommon for the T-72 to be upgraded when pieces were lost or damaged and things like that in the armor area, with whatever was to hand, such as chunks of rubble stuck inside of a metal basket strapped to the turret, or bricks, or whatever they could manage to stuff in there to provide some protection against rocket-propelled grenades and the like. This is just interesting to just picture, having one of these tanks with bricks strapped to the sides of the turret. And I would love to see that in War Thunder at some point in time. Just a version of this tank with bricks strapped over pieces of the damaged armor and things like that. It would be hilarious. All right, that's everything that's important about this particular one. Just remember that this is not a cash grab. It is merely the latest in providing thermal-equipped premiums to top-tier cash-paying players. Thank you very much for joining me tonight, and you have a great rest of your day.